Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Once a year, the best minds from India's top business schools come alive, stoking their desire for competition. Once a year, a contest so big sweeps the nation's brightest young minds with the promise of great rewards. The Mahindra War Room is back.
War Room as a concept was developed by Mahindra Group. We are pioneers in deploying this methodology for managing a large federation like this as a group. And that is the concept whose campus edition is what you are experiencing now. This initiative at the campuses, it allows us to get new ideas from the best brains at the best business schools in the country.
This year's participation surpassed all expectations,
I think we need to work.
Implementation is the key to any idea.
with colleges clamoring for their place on the Mahindra War Room dais.
They are also willing to associate with Mom and Me.
What excites me is the way the youth have really upgraded themselves. I find that experience blur is really coming out. It's ideas that is going to be the future, right? And organizations are becoming much more youthful, and therefore the need to integrate wisdom with youth and blending it with ideas becomes the biggest challenge and the winner for organizations, and that is what really attracts me.
This year's finalists for the Mahindra War Room were Team Zenith from IIM Lucknow, Team Dumb, Dumber, Dumbest +1 from MDI Gurgaon, Team Navratna Korma from XLRI Jamshedpur, The Agency from IIM Calcutta, Team Trailblazers from IIM Shillong, The Original Invictus from JVIMS Mumbai, Team Emergency Exits from IIFT Delhi, Team Wind Tunnel from NMIMS Mumbai, Team Lala, Basanti and the Ninjas from SCM HRD Pune, Team Tofa Kabul Karo from IIM Kozhikode, Team Quicksilver from TAPME, Team Order Dedo Nasser from IIM Trichy, Team Rebel Yell from IIM Bangalore, Team Kung Fu Pandey from FMS Delhi, Team IIM Underdogs from IIM Ranchi, Team Outlandish from Mica, Team Win or Lose We Booze from SIBM Pune, Team Ignis from IMT Ghaziabad, Team Ban Ke Lal, the original Desh Ke Lal from IIM Ahmedabad, Team Maestro from SPJIMR Mumbai, Team Bhag XIMB Bhag from XIMB, and Team Groundbreakers from IIM Indore. This year, the Mahindra War Room kept it relevant with their theme Disruptive Innovation During Turbulent Times, showing the dire need for illuminating ideas during volatile economic times.
This actually connects with a stated
group aspiration of wanting to make Mahindra a top 50 most admired global brand in the next 10 years or so. Within the group, we don't think we can get there by doing things in an incremental manner. We've got to disrupt. And we've got to win in global markets. And disruptive innovation is what helps you win when you're competing in global markets with global competition. So we've got to source disruptive ideas. They can come from anywhere in today's day and age, from within the company, from outside the four walls of the company. And the Mahindra War Room is a wonderful platform wherein some of the brightest young minds come together, brainstorm issues pertaining to live case studies, and come up with ideas left, right, and center.
The Mahindra War Room journey began with teams battling it out on campus. Each team got 12 minutes to present, after which an interactive session with the jury was their final opportunity to leave their mark.
Club Mahindra only have new enrollments just by referrals, by social media, and only through the current existing consumer base, which we have tried to cover up by our social media, how we are going to engage them, how referrals, and how Club Mahindra can be a manufacturer of smiles. So with all the offerings that we have in each experience, if you notice, we are trying to personalize to the lowest level, so that what experience they have with us, they will not have anywhere else. We really think that we have a very good chance of winning because the ideas that we have come up with, I think they are very innovative, and the audience is just going to love the concepts that we have come up with.
We have presented to you the solution that we recommend being apiculture. Apiculture or beekeeping is the rearing of bees and honey hives to collect honey and other byproducts such as wax, jelly, propolis and pollen to pollinate crops and to produce bees for the sale to other beekeepers.
The jury had travelled far and wide to scope out the talent and weren't about to let the teams off easily.
All your so-called insights are merely verbatims from the farmer. What have you done to go beyond the statement to figure out what exactly lies below that?
Do you have a projected ROI model for the franchisee in your planned or proposed avatar?
Having appreciated the brief, how well do they translate it into a implementable business plan? We don't expect in a 20-minute presentation or a 30-minute interaction for them to have all the answers, but if the approach is clear, if they have the germs of a few good ideas, if they can tie it down to a few even back-of-the-envelope calculations on financials, I think they've done a damn good job.
After exhaustive questions, they argued amongst themselves to pick out the cream of the crop.
Winners are Mom and Me. For the sheer breadth and depth of analysis, for understanding the business issues, for recognizing the turbulence and remaining innovative. In our view, this team is the clear winner.
It feels amazing. We are it's like out of the world feeling for us right now.
I don't think that, 28 years ago when I graduated out of Symbiosis, that I would ever have been able to do something like that. They are clearly way ahead. Their ability to research things, their ability to get out there and get information, to be very, very disruptively innovative in terms of where they get their information from, how they source it, and indeed how they present it and how they pull it all together is something that I envy. But that, I think, is just the envy that I have for all youth. Because in our country today, the amazing thing is what young people are doing. And it is that which gives us a lot of hope, both in terms of management and more importantly in nation building as well.
Next up, the CEO round of the Mahindra War Room 2013. Stay tuned. Two teams advanced to the CEO round of the Mahindra War Room 2013. The only thing standing between them and their place in the finale was the CEO round.
A very warm welcome and grateful thanks for taking time off and being here. You're the brightest and the best that the country has to offer, and we are truly privileged that you're here. in the 21st century we have disruptive innovation. And I think our brochure said, even in turbulent times, I would have said especially in turbulent times. So we are looking forward to witnessing and experiencing a gale of disruptive innovation ideas from all of you. At least in my mind, you're all winners. So assume that you have won, relax, enjoy, learn, and good luck and God bless.
For the CEO round of the Mahindra War Room, each team makes their case to an exacting jury, hoping to advance to the grand finale.
The moment we walked in, we were quite nervous, not knowing how the things are going to pan out. Slowly we came to know that these are the things, they are going to be working out this way. R&D is a 20 years research pipeline.
We started the day with a slightly nervous Team Original Invictus from JBIMS Mumbai.
1% of the market initially.
We are the Team Original Invictus, and we are here to present the case study on agribusiness, where we say green is good, green is profitable. The whole pesticide market today is a replaceable market. So currently the biopesticide market is only 4.6%. So it gives us a huge opportunity in the market size, which is 6.8 billion, growing at a CAGR of 12% by the year of financial year 17. The sector that we choose was agriculture, where we are supposed to build a farmer inclusive model. What we suggested out there was to have a value chain leadership for Mahindra and Mahindra through having green leadership, technological leadership, and achieving a final price realization for the farmer through contract farming.
Yeah, basically on the technology only, what is the cost of providing that back-end support, which is going to be huge because a lot of other companies have actually tried that.
So the basic cost that we estimated, what we will be doing is setting up the centers in tier 2 cities. The setup cost of each center is around 70 lakhs per annum, including the rental and a particular support that we are suggesting. We have this particular model where we have worked out. So the total setup cost is coming to 1 crore 48 lakhs. As per the judges' reaction, we were able to convince some. We are not sure about the others. So we are just hoping for the best now.
This team understood the brief quite well in terms of trying to develop a model or an approach which would create higher stickiness for Indian farmers with our company.
Creates financial inclusions and financial safety.
While the Original Invictus weren't sure if they won over the jury, teams Rebel Yell and Quicksilver seemed more confident.
To be honest, when we first walked out here, the main feeling was excitement. This was also because the work we did actually, we were quite confident that it would go okay. We don't know if we would qualify or not, but we were quite relaxed in the sense we knew what we did. We knew what we need to do. So basically we were quite relaxed in the same time we were also excited about having this opportunity of basically competing with the 22 teams on a national level.
We did the vision for the company as it should be to become the biggest EPC company in the world, and it should focus on the innovation and growth part, and the mission should be to innovate and develop reliable and efficient end-to-end green solutions.
In our panel, we were the first team to present, and seeing such esteemed personalities who have contributed such a lot to Mahindra and Mahindra. The first question, since I was the first person to start off with the presentation, was, are we doing the correct thing of presenting such radical ideas? Are they going to buy it?
Any team coming here, what appeals to me is the rawness of the energy. And that's what appealed to me about, that's what they call Tampi, the team from Manipal. Quite like that.
When we return, more from the contestants at the CEO round of the Mahindra War Room 2013. Stay tuned. The CEO round of the Mahindra War Room was well underway. Some teams went with the sectors they were closest to.
First challenge was deciding which case study to pick, and we chose the topic which was closest to all of us. It's about mobility. How do people move every day in their lives? Because travel is such a basic need of any human being.
Mobility is not just transport, and that is the first mistake that most people make when they're discussing mobility. Until we realize that mobility is not transport, it's about not how a person goes from point A to point B, but why he goes or what he does when he does. So I think we're missing the bigger picture.
We presented on banana logistics. So basically we were selling kelas.
The per capita consumption of banana according to the latest report is 10.5 kgs annually. And it's estimated to go to 30 kgs in year 2050. So it is very crucial for us to provide quality produce to consumers and at the same time realize farmer rice, which can be done through disruptively innovating in turbulent times.
And some went for a challenge.
We were very nervous initially, but then when we started on with the presentation, our case was on two-wheeler industry, and that is what Mahindra is groping on because it's not doing too well in the industry.
They came out with very, very interesting concepts, and they spoke also of a differentiated sales network proposal, and I think on the whole it was a very well done proposition.
We did feel that 30 minutes was a little short for the kind of ideas we had, but the jury seemed pretty happy because we built sense and simplicity into our model.
I just had one little query. As far as your suggestion is concerned about the franchisees owning and company operating, have you done some financials on the franchisee? And what is the viability of this for the franchisees?
We'll approximately entail, this is an approximate figure, will entail a gross profit margin of 77.4%, but it would drastically fall when it comes to the operating margin, which would be of only 8.02%.
The teams were most concerned with impressing the tough-to-please jury.
The jury was very much into the case. They have a thorough knowledge of their sectors. They asked very sharp and acute questions which were into the PPT, and they actually pointed out the demerits and the merits of the PPT.
Most of the solutions that we presented, the company leaders said that they were thinking on the similar lines. So we suggested integrated commerce model wherein in virtual channels and physical channels can be, integrated.
The best of Indian talent, youngsters coming in to address complex problems and provide innovative solutions. So from that perspective, it's great to see the energy in the room and the answers that they come up with in terms of analysis of information, looking at customer insight, looking at trends in the marketplace and providing solutions. On an overall basis, I would say good quality of talent, though I must say that we did expect some better performances from some of the teams than what we saw today.
The jury were the primary focus, but the teams had one eye trained on the competition.
Previously, before the start of the presentation, there were other two presentations which went on. We were a bit tensed. There was one presentation which was on the same sector. So the kind of questions they were posed on, we were a bit tense.
There are very few firms which are providing green complete turnkey solutions. So it is really very important for MEPC to concentrate over here. And also the importance of long-term tie-ups with key suppliers such as steel, cement. Because if you don't have key long-term tie-ups, you might have a risk of price fluctuation in which you can't mitigate it.
When we actually started with the presentation, it went on in a flow, and we actually saw the judges were also quite happy with the way we answered the questions and with the way presented.
For the teams, months of preparation were being rewarded with favourable feedback from the jury.
Ours was basically a two-wheeler case, and the executive vice president of two-wheeler, Mr. Viren Popli, was one of our judges. And I think that's the best part of War Room, because you have thought of an idea for the last 2 months, and then you actually go and present it to the person for whom that sector matters the most.
I thought they were one of the good presentations that we saw today. A fair amount of analysis of what it required to succeed in rural India, what it required to succeed in urban India. They had different solutions for both the segments.
For the jury, no stone was left unturned.
So one of the challenge we are facing is that we do similar work with grape growers in Maharashtra. We give them a lot of agronomy support. We link them with international markets. We also try to get them higher productivity.